Hello everybody, Praveen Khanna is back with one more video, and here as you can see students, I will be solving this task 1, academic task 1 for you. And as you can see that it is bar chart, and there is also a tabular chart with it. So means as it is your combination, and most often you guys find such type of activity in your real exams. So let us do, and students, for doing this activity, my word of advice is to go through the illustrations which are given to you. So for that, what I will do is I am skipping the introduction which we have, and now let us go through the illustrations. Now your first illustration is bar chart, which is giving you the data, means it is talking about export, right? So export earning for year 2015 and 2016, and that is in $1 billion. Okay, so for petroleum products, engineering goods, gems, jewelries, agriculture products and textile. Okay, so means what we have understood is that the export of these 5 different items for year 2015 and 2016 is given. And further we can notice that export of petroleum rose, engineering goods also rose, but in case of jewelry, gems, there was decline. For agriculture produce, there was marginal rise, and then textile, there was major rise. Now being least exported item, there was biggest rise in the business, as you can see, right? And then product category, that is your product category. Now what your table chart says, the percentage change in value 2015. Okay, so means that this change which is given here is given in form of percentage, and again means we can correlate this thing. So textile is having change of 15.24%, which I earlier said is the biggest. Similarly for petroleum products, it is 3%, which we have seen here, and then engineering goods, it is 8.5%, which we have seen here. Then jewelry and gems, it is the arrow is inverted, you can say. So 5.18 means there was loss of 5.18%, as it is seen, it is given here. And for agriculture, there is marginal rise of 0.81%. Okay, so means so far what we have understood is that this task is giving you the data of export of 5 items, and that export is given in terms of $1 billion. The variation in the business in terms of $1 billion, and also in terms of, or from the other way, of percentage. So both these things are given to us. Now we can go through our introduction, what the introduction of this task says. Excuse me. So here is your introduction. So the chart below shows the value of one country's export in various categories during 2015 and 16, that we have understood, and the table shows the percentage change in each category, that too we have understood, of export in 2016 compared with 2015. So students, that is your task, which now we will start solving. Now the combination of bar and tabular chart reveals, so I am talking about combination. The combination of bar and tabular chart reveals the variation in overseas trade done by one nation of 5 commodities. So 5 items, there he has said 5 categories. Okay, in year 2015 and 16 in $1 billion, along with variations in percentile. So means we also have, in this case, we have variation in percentile. So both things have been put together. Okay, let me use photo of this task. Okay, so that will be much more beneficial to use. I can easily fit it. Let me close that picture. Okay, so now it is all right. So okay, so this is the introduction which I have explained already. So by taking things in detail, the majority of worldwide commercial activity done by respective nation were in the field of petroleum and technology, as I have shown here. So the majority of worldwide business was, or activities were in the field of petroleum and engineering. Consequently, the former domain in this case is your petroleum, yielded $61 billion and went up by $2 billion to have growth of 3%. So here it is given. Okay, so I have explained both things together. Okay, when I am explaining, so means it went up by 2%, which was the growth of 3%. Then further, and for later means now it will be explained for engineering goods. Okay, then for later it was $57 billion with the hike of 4 billion, which means healthy rise of 8.5% next year. Okay, and then in addition to this, here I have explained third category, which is least. Okay, third category I have chosen, so means I am doing selection and comparison. Further, the trading in textile inferred interesting stats. Why interesting stats? Because being, as you can see here, it is the least, it is doing least, smallest business. Besides having smallest business, this commodity has managed growth of 15%. So that's why I have done contrast and I have written this line. Further, trading in textile inferred interesting statistics. Though being least contributor, these earned $26 billion in 2015. Later, this business dramatically soared to $32 billion. Okay, so we can remove this later, next year, because we have used already later. Now, which accounted to phenomenal growth of 15.24%. Okay, then probing further means, so far students we have finished with textile, we have finished with petroleum products and engineering goods. Now we are left with only gem jewelry and agriculture products. So these are explained here. So probing further, the export of gems and jewelry strangely fell by $2 billion from the stand of 43 billion. So here there is a stand of 43 billion and it strangely fell by 2 billion, which was the loss of 5%. And the sector of agriculture registered marginal rise of almost $500 million. So here you can say there is marginal rise, and in between, after finishing, I have used this connector and the sector of agriculture registered marginal rise of almost $500 million from the point of $32 billion, which was just 0.81% hike. Okay, so then there is the conclusion. So means what we can say in conclusion, so these two things were doing main business. Along with that, textile being least generating, currency generating item, it gave maximum hike. So these things are explained in conclusion. Though petroleum and technological produce had high volumes, their growth was fractional in comparison to textile being least revenue generator. Additionally, trading in agriculture stood still. So that is here, trading in agriculture stood still, and ornamental produce did not gain foreign currency for nation as before. Okay, so I hope things are quite understandable and I have tried to explain each and everything, so the task is understood. Okay, so that is all in this video. Praveen Khanna is signing off. We will meet in another video. So bye bye.